Oh, hello, one person that watches all my videos. This is me, one person that makes all the videos that you're watching. You know what's the most common comment on this channel besides what gear is he using? There isn't one. It's this. What gear is he using? So welcome to Encyclopedia Galactica, the most conclusive, the most excruciating, and the most detailed video I've ever done about the gear that I am using. This is probably video number 5. There's not going to be any playing of music. It's just going to be me talking, pointing my finger, the crooked one, to the things, and then there will be links in the description for you to click on it and rejoice even more informative information to read about it in about sections. You ready? Yeah! This is the ultimate guide of the ultimate one-man band person playing orchestra equipment gear history and encyclopedia public library start. So this is it. This is what I did. Look at it. Look at it and rejoice. I went on tour recently. It was Quarantine World Tour, and I used this exact setup in this exact room, and via the wings of Wi-Fi, we've traveled to every major city around the world, and minor city too, if they have internet. And I've used this exact equipment. The first item I'm going to show you of my setup is something that I'm using whether I'm doing a live looping show, if the setup allows for it, or I'm playing with the band. And it's a pedal board made actually by Schmidt Array right here. And this is all the pedals. This is the essence of my guitar tone. So it may not be exciting, but it's important to mention the cables that connect all of this. So the patch cables are Ernie Ball flat ribbon something patch cables. I think I've used like 3 packs just to connect all of this together. And I go stereo out with runway audio cables. One's a blue and one's a red. You know, kind of like arteries and veins in a human body. So kind of these cables represent the arteries and veins of the tone and the guitar tone. And there's actually a giveaway going on of $75 gift card for runway audio cables. Link in the description on how to sign up and how you can win it. Really good cables, by the way. This pedal board deserves a separate video of its own. I'm not going to talk about how it's routed. I'm just going to mention all the things that are here. SY1, actually 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. 3 SY1s, a wah pedal, a volume, and a tuner pedal from Ernie Ball, a Wampler compressor, Boss overdrive, every overdrive you could ever want, the Chemist, you can do chemical experiments, JHS PG14, Astronomer from Matthews, Reverb Slow from Walrus, Reverb from Boss, Mako D1 series from Walrus, stereo delay, multi-effects like, you know, chorus and overtones and such things. Then another pedal for overtones. Let me just open the lid. And then another for chorus and flanger, Wampler Terraform. Then like a EQ Boost Utility, EB10 from Walrus. Then Generation Loss from, it's a collaboration between Cooper Effects and, I forgot. And 2 Strymon Iridiums. And it's all powered by COKS DC7 power supply for effect pedals. And it's a perfect system. It works. Before I went full pedal mode, I've used Boss GT1000.
Ew, it's so dirty and gross.
That's fine. It's a floor unit. Before I went full pedal mode, I've used Boss GT1000, and I still use it for smaller gigs where I'm unable to bring all of my pedal board. This is the perfect multi-effect. Not only it's good for like gigs where I need just something all-in-one item, I can experiment with effect routing options before I actually have to unhook the velcros of here and to understand what will sound like what. I can experiment in this because it just takes a twist of a knob to place the delay before the reverb or the reverb before the delay. The drum pad on the complete opposite side of my setup, usually the pedal board is right here, is on the left. and the drum pad is on the right. I like it on the right hand side because I hit it with the drumsticks with my right hand. This is Roland SPD SX. Out of every drum pad I've ever tried, this is the best one. It's like everyone who's anyone and everyone who's even no one uses this drum pad. You can put whatever sound you like, and you can do different routing setting options. You can trigger samples. I use it just to load one-shot sounds, just to have like, I usually like my kick here and snare, then maybe clap or snap, then maybe 2 different hi-hats here, and maybe some kind of like percussion, and the secondary kick on this side. That's just how I like it. Next up, we got this trusty synthesizer. Every video I've ever made, you've ever seen on this channel, whether it's live looping where I'm playing this thing, or whether I'm playing with the band, it's this exact synthesizer, this exact one. This is Roland JDXI, the most trusty, has seen every gig, has seen everything, has seen rain, it has seen bad weather, good weather in Florida. As you can see, it has seen very many things, and it's like reaching the end of its life cycle. And it's because, you know, Florida outdoor gigs are not very friendly when it comes to electronics, so it is what it is. But the reason I got it, was because it's 3 octaves, smaller keys. It's really easy to put in the bag, take with you everywhere, and it has, when I first started live looping, it has drum sounds, it has like analog and digital, it has like a sequencer here. So there's like very many capabilities and very many possibilities of what you can do, you know, with this thing. But I think there's going to be an upgrade very, very soon, because the E, key of E, committed seppuku, and also a volume knob also is kind of like not doing what it should be doing right now. And this thing is not doing, and this thing, you see, it has nothing to do with the way this thing is built. It has everything to do with doing outdoor gigs in the state of Florida. So this is next up in our, you know, whatever we're doing. It's also on a laptop stand, just like the keyboard. Keyboard is on the laptop stand. That's like the only thing I could find that's like, you know, fits it. And this is identical laptop stand, and this is a little thing. You know, you see this little setup? This is what is on this laptop stand. This is the holy grail. This is what allows me to do the one-man band shows. It's a looper. It's not any looper. It has how many tracks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks with faders, okay? This is Boss RC505 loop station. This is a unique piece of technology that does not exist anywhere else in the world except made by this company, that has 5 tracks in the looper that can be individual length, and then like faders, so you can be like a DJ. It has input effects, it has output effects. This whole thing deserves its own video. It's just like, you've ever seen any of my videos, this is what I'm looping through. This is it. And then it continues. Oh, this little laptop stand has a little bit more stuff. We have TC Helicon, Voice Tone C1. This is my auto tune. This is where I pretend to be Quavo or Migos, you know. And then this goes out of here to Boss VE500. It's like I used to have TC Helicon Voice Live something, but this is much newer technology, and you can route it in so many different ways. Create harmonies, stereo, pan it, different effects. Like basically, you could probably run it could be a guitar multi-effects unit. You could, if you have like an adapter from 1/4 inch to XLR, you could probably run a guitar through this, or a saxophone, or actually whatever. Tracking is incredible, and this goes inside the looper. But before I talk of everything what goes inside a looper, what gets plugged in, let me show you the microphone. This is Shure KSM8. It's like their like new technology with like dual capsule. I went like on the like microphone shopping spree when I was like trying to find the perfect microphone for my vocals, because you see, everyone's voice is different. You see, like you can pair a guitar with a perfect amp or a perfect pedal setup, and it will sound good pretty much every time. But the human voice is just too unique tonal wise. and different microphones, they have different frequency responses. So this is what I come across after like months of my alleged research. Shure KSM-8, for whatever reason, is just the frequency response, and because I'm a guitarist, there's more movement when I sing like this, right? And it just picks up. There's a better proximity effect. This is what in the microphone business they call proximity effect, you know. So I can get to play around more with distance, and it doesn't like really matter. It still picks it up. So it's basically this, or another one of my favorites. This is discontinued. This is like, if you ever like do like research about dynamic microphones, you will eventually come across this YouTube channel of this older guy with longer hair, and I think he has facial hair too, and he just talks very funny, and that's how I discovered this microphone. It's discontinued. It's very hard to find. It's EV ND767A, and it goes up to 22 kilohertz. So the proximity effect is not as good, but you can do all kinds of like Billie Eilish type of things, and it just has like very nice high roll up or roll off. There's more microphones that I like, but I'm just trying to mention all the essentials here for the live looping setup. Now I'm gonna tell you how everything is plugged in, which is very simple, and I'm only gonna say it once, so if you're level 200 IQ intellectual, you'll be able to follow it. This is the looper. This looper has only 4 inputs, but what I am able to do, I'm able to run my synthesizer in stereo, to run my drum pad in stereo, and run my pedal board in stereo as well into it, and microphone through XLR, which I don't know how much of a stereo it is. I suppose it's not really stereo, but here it is. Microphone goes into the XLR input. The guitar goes through an adapter, stereo in through the cables I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you know, the arteries. And then there's 2 that become 4. And what is this? I mean, look at this mess. So, this is left, right for the synthesizer, left, right for the drum pad, and goes through the splitters into the stereo in of the looper. And it just works like a charm. Like me Lucky Charms! Yeah! Now let's talk about some auxiliary stuff that sometimes gets overlooked in these gear videos that I've done already, many in the past. Slide. Does he play slide? Yes, I do play slide. This is a mag slide. It's made out of magnesium. They have different finishes. I've met them in Summer NAMM. And it looks really cool. It's very light. I also play harmonicas. That is true. It's not as often you see me play harmonica in the video, but I do play them. And I use, what is this? Hohner or Hohner, whatever you want to pronounce it. I don't know. Special 20. I don't know why they call it Special 20. It doesn't even have 20 holes. And it could be special, I suppose. It is quite special for me. And it's a 10-hole harmonica. I have 4 of these in different keys. I do need more keys, but this is what I have. And then I use different picks, and I've tried very many different picks. I like the ones with a sharp edge, and this is JTC, the most overpriced, the most expensive, I mean the cheapest. I mean, how to charge, what is the most money people will pay for a small piece of plastic? Well, just ask JTC. They have figured it out. I don't know how, but they're charging ridiculous money. If anybody knows a company that makes this size of a pick with a sharp edge, I'll switch to it today, okay? Because this is a highway robbery, internet robbery. They should not charge just because they have JTC on it. I don't get it. And then this other pick is also really good, but also very expensive. Why? Should I start a guitar pick company and actually sell these like guitar picks for as much as they should be sold because it's cheap plastic? But these are really good too. It's called chicken picks. It's like, you might think like it picks the actual chicken, but actually the idea is because it's called how, you know, your hand looks like when you chicken pick. You know, it's a hum dum digga hum dum digga, you know. So I guess that's the idea. Then people ask, what headphones are those? Are those the thing? No, this is refurbished bomb B $66 or something like that. This is the cheapest headphones, noise canceling headphones that I could ever find. And you've seen me almost in every gig with these headphones. But, you see, how do you like, I'm a headphone model. The Quarantine World Tour was much longer performances than the usual gig. So I had to have something comfortable. So this is the second most cheapest noise cancelling headphones I could find. Soundcore. And they don't squish my ears as badly as the other ones, so I can do like, 4 or 5 hours straight, with these headphones on. Looks great. Does it sound great? Like Confucius said, it is what it is. When I play harmonica, sometimes I like using the Harmonica Microphone, and because of the 1/4-inch input, I can use it through my guitar pedal board. And this is a Harmonica Microphone. It's custom made. It was a birthday present from my friends when I turned 20. And I don't know the company, but it's a very cool mic. Even if I don't use it, I still bring it with me to a gig because of sentimental value. So it's really cool. Drumsticks. This is, I go into Guitar Center and I pick a pair that has a little bit of orange onto it. So people will see that I'm actually hitting a drum, because otherwise they will think that I'm just clicking a button and maybe it's activating a pre-recorded drum track. No, no, no. I always do my own drums in real time. And I want them to know that I do that. Because there are keyboards where I could just use the drums off of a keyboard. But you see, I went to music school for drums, and maybe it's my ego that I don't want that alleged skill go to waste unbeknownst. I hope I mentioned everything. Please send this video. If you ever see a comment on this channel, what gear is he using? Please send them this video. Just post the link of this video as a reply to those comments that say, what gear is he using? Thank you. And you will contribute great deal to the Encyclopedia Galactica. Oh, I guess another thing. So the recorder, you see, like my videos, I try to have a good sound quality. So I have this is Zoom H6. It's like a field recorder, and I usually run it stereo in, and it sounds okay. Then I take the audio out of this, mix it and master it, and then synchronize it with the video, so it sounds quite okay. And for cameras, I usually use the Yi 4K. It's the cheapest but the best quality GoPro knockoff you'll ever find. It's probably made in the same place as a GoPro, somewhere in factory in Asia, in a sweatshop where they have air conditioning, hopefully. And it just works. The battery lasts a couple hours, and it's pretty good. Now for the guitar collection, that's going to be a separate video altogether. It's going to be a separate video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like for me to expand on anything in more detail. Chances are I won't anyways, but let me know. And because of the pandemic, a summer festival tour live streaming will happen. Just make sure to keep your ears open and eyes open, and you will be notified of when the live streaming extravaganza will resume its extravaganza-ness. Thank you for watching this video. This video was filmed by Jilly, the productions company. This channel, link in the description.
Dovy, the director, everything.
So yeah, that is that. All the important links are in the description. Please use description option availability. It's very good. Thank you.